Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the second episode, episode 2 of Game Recognized Game Podcast. I'm Justice. We got CJ the Kid, CJ the God, infamous.
What's up? How y'all doing?
And welcome back to the show, guys. This is a show where we talk about the game of life, business, relationships, and who in pop culture has taken an L or taken a W. So we're going to jump into the current events of the week. Anything off the top of the dome for you, CJ?
It was a very eventful week actually. So there's actually a lot of things to go over.
So you got some smoke? You got some smoke?
I don't know if we're probably gonna end up colliding together. But I guess I'll start it off. Let's start off in the music world.
Wait, before you start off, let me say this. Anybody watching, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely helps us out. Just so you guys know, obviously this is YouTube too, so we can't really go in how we would want to. However, we do have a Patreon set up now, where we can kind of get into some more raw content and give you that more of that. Okay, I see you, I see you, dude. Is that a charcuterie board? What is that? Open face burrito or something?
Got some nacho fries here with everything on it.
Yeah, you guys got the spread. See, that's what happens when you got that sugar mama. It comes with benefits, boy. Oh man. Okay, I see you guys out there, man. Just interrupted my whole promo, but I see you. But yeah, guys, definitely check out the Patreon. It's up now. We can get into some a little bit juicier topics, a little bit more personal discussions too about just topics that are a little bit too controversial for YouTube. So last week we had one that was kind of fun where we're kind of going through Reddit, and there was a crazy story about this guy who got cheated on by his girlfriend. And apparently the girlfriend went out with her sister, who had some drinks, went out to the club.
Yeah.
And apparently she sold her body for money again and ended up waking up the boyfriend to apologize. And he was asking, like, what should he do about it? So me and CJ kind of went in on that, and we kind of dropped our 2 cents, kind of gave a little bit of a life advice.
I'm still trying to figure out where was the sister? We have to find the sister. She's the one with all the answers.
There's a lot of questions, dude. What happened to the sister? Why did this happen again? And why does this guy feel the need to ask the Reddit community for help? So,
no one else man.
I know, hey, it's getting tough out there. The stimulus checks are not coming in as they used to. But to black out and sell your body for money successfully, there's a lot of question marks. So if you guys want to figure out, find out what happened there, go ahead and check out the Patreon. There's a link in the description below. Go ahead and subscribe, and we'll get into that. And we'll have some more details and more stories for you guys in the next episode as well. All right, CJ, what do you got?
So, 6ix9ine, he's out of jail, and he's off of his house arrest. Was it? Mm-hmm. Was it house arrest or what was it? House arrest or
was he really house arrested? Because I thought he was in witness protection.
Yeah, so one of those. He had an ankle monitor, but now he's able to go outside. He's able to go outside now.
Okay.
So he was shooting a music video, and then there's footage of like his bodyguards, like he's inside one of those, those kid like toy boxes that they like you drag with like a rope. Those literally has like wheels. It's like a little crate with wheels on it that kids play with. Like they put the toys in it.
I got you. Yeah.
So then Tekashi's like sitting in it, and then he has like his bodyguards like carrying him through like the streets. I don't know if they're in New York or wherever they're at, but they're like carrying him, and he's handing out like $100 bills. So people are like, oh, he's paying people to like, not tell other people where he's at, stuff like that. So he's safe and shit like that. So I don't know. What do you think's gonna happen? Are you anticipating something gonna happen to him, or you think he's clear?
See, the thing about Tekashi is like he's done shit like this before, and I kind of got to give him a little bit of props because, again, so many people are coming out and saying like Snoop Dogg threatening him, like, dude, if you come out here, we're gonna shoot shooters for your head, we're shooting goons at your head, to your mama's house, all these different threats and shit. And this guy, the first thing he does once he gets out of his house arrest or whatever, he goes to the hood. He goes to the hood and is like, yo, what's up? All you guys who are talking all that, I'm here. Where I don't see you guys. I'm out here walking. I'm doing my thing.
Yeah,
So,
but he's
so
not he's still in his territory. I don't know. I just think it's interesting. Like I'm interested to see what's gonna happen. Like I don't think anything's gonna happen. I think it's just kind of like all talk. Like yeah, he's a snitch, but it is what it is. Like hey, you're in that life. You get what you get. You know, whatever happens, like is gonna happen. But when it comes to like the celebrities, like you said, like Snoop Dogg, like all these other rappers, like who are like, oh, that's bitch move. Like they're not gonna do shit. Like they're not gonna do
but that's
anything.
why he's smart though. That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta, he's
It's
playing
gonna
it
be
well.
it's gonna be the dudes who are like really with that gang shit, like really there. Like those are the dudes who are probably gonna do something. But like all these rappers and stuff, like they're not gonna do anything.
They're all they're doing is just giving him more attention. They're making him more
Yeah,
famous.
exactly, exactly.
And Takashi knows that. He knows these dudes ain't about they, not that they won't do anything, but it's not smart for them to do something. Therefore, they're not going to do anything. Therefore, it's just
That
for you.
too, that too. But that just comes with everything. Like it, some people don't care. Like you have some people don't care about like the image. Like they're like, you know what, I'm gonna do what I need to do. Like like they're not gonna sugarcoat it or play a face just because I'm a celebrity, so I can't do anything. But for the most part, the people who are talking, those aren't the artists who are really with it. Like they're not gonna really do anything. Like now if we were talking about maybe someone like I don't know who's an artist that's really like when they say something like they're really gonna do it. Someone like maybe 50 Cent. Maybe if 50 Cent said, "Yo, I'm gonna come at this dude or I'm gonna do this," like then we could be like, "Oh shit, like something's about to go down," you know. But
Yeah.
all these other dudes, like, they're just talking they're trying to get their own publicity out of it, just to make a headline like, "Oh, so and so said this
But
about
hey, dude, hey, I'll say this though. And I think you're going to back me up on this. The most, like one of the most profitable things marketing wise that a rapper can do is to have a beef. Once there's
Oh
a
yeah,
50 Cent versus Kanye West, right? Eminem versus Machine Gun Kelly, right? Nas versus Jay-Z, Tupac versus Biggie. Like we're all in. We're all like, okay, who's gonna win the beef? Whose side are you on? Tekashi versus everybody. And I'm like, dude, so he's doing his thing. Like in my opinion, if he can just like pretty much keep himself safe, all this kind of just works in his favor. Now, obviously, if he gets into trouble, obviously, he's gonna look stupid or
he's
pissed.
so
But
he's too young to be looking over his shoulder for the rest of his life. Like it's different if you're like 40 or 50 and it's like, man, I've been killing it in these streets, man. I'm getting old. My time's coming. Hey, they're coming for me. I know they're coming for me. I sleep with one eye open. But if you're only like 18, 19, 20, you got to look for the, oh,
here's the
man.
game,
Hey,
though.
good luck.
Here's the game. Here's it for everyone who's listening. Here's the game. It's smart for Tekashi to do this because for someone like Snoop Dogg to respond to him, for someone like these other bigger names to respond to him, it's good. But for the bigger name person to respond to someone who's not as big as you or who you feel like is not on your level, it's stupid. Because now you're fueling them. You're giving them more attention. You're giving them more of your audience. You're giving them more of a presence. Like most of these internet trolls out here, they'll say some stuff, but they'll just say that just to troll. When you meet them in real life, the people with the Twitter fingers and whatnot, they're just like, oh, dude, I was just kidding. Dude, I didn't even know you were going to respond. I can't believe you responded to me. Like, this is so crazy. I'm actually a big fan. I was just playing around. I was just trying to be funny. You're like, dude, why are you even, and you get mad at yourself for giving them that attention. So Tekashi's literally doing that on this like exponential level. So at that level, I'm like, all right, dude, because he's getting number ones on Billboard consistently, even if they don't stay there for a long time or whatever, he's still doing it. And his music's not even that good. So he's like literally revolutionizing what it means to get like clout in the rap game right now. He's probably has the best rap marketing of the last, 2-3 years because of this stuff. No matter how good you think his music is, and he does have some pretty catchy songs. Like his rap marketing is just insane.
He has no catchy songs.
Okay. Speaking of beefs though, there's a beef in the NBA today. I'm not sure if you heard about that.
Which one? The Kylie and Aaron Gordon?
No, Dame Lillard versus the Clippers.
Oh.
So just to give you the backstories, the Clippers playing the Trailblazers today. Damian Lillard has a chance to make 2 free throws and possibly either to tie or win the game.
Hold up. You want to know why he missed though?
Why?
Because I was watching the game live, right?
Okay.
I'm watching the game live. Chauncey Billups and the other dude are commentating the game.
Okay.
And you know this, when players are taking clutch free throws, the first free throw goes up, the commentator is like, so-and-so is almost never misses. He's 90%. So that's what the commentator said. He missed the first one, right? Chauncey Billups is like, he's kind of quiet. He's like, hey, man. He doesn't want to say it, but, it's a thing. Supposedly, it's a thing. Doris Burke was talking about it the other night, too. She was like, oh, don't say that. You're going to jinx a free throw player. So then he's like, okay. And I'm thinking the same way. I'm like, okay, whatever. But he's not going to miss 2 in a row. So then the commentator, he's like, well, he's about to shoot his second one, which, it's never happened. It's never like he's going to miss 2 free throws. Then he misses a second free throw. And then Chauncey Billups, he's just quiet. He just like, he doesn't want to say it. Like, is the commentator jinx real? Personally, no. I don't believe in shit like that. I don't believe in karma. I don't believe in jinxes. I don't believe in luck, So, but I was watching it. I was like, come on, man. Just keep your mouth shut. Like, someone's shooting free throws. This guy missed both free throws.
So the problem with the commentating, too, is like, you're supposed to be talking about what's happening.
Well,
or what happened. Not
that's
what's going to happen.
But that's why I don't believe in it. Because you can't say he's doing his job. He's saying so-and-so is so-and-so from the line. That's it. He missed the first one. He was like, well, he never misses 2 in a row. This is Damian. It's not like we're talking about like Shaq or where it's like, I don't know. We're talking about Damian Lillard. So he can say, yeah, he never missed. And then he misses both. It's like, what the, like, is this real?
Fair enough. But so he misses both free throws. And then normally, like, okay, the game's maybe over or something. He has an opportunity to hit another 3.
It was a good shot. Yeah, it was a good shot.
He missed that shot.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was funny that Patrick Beverley, so he misses both shots. Patrick Beverley's like screaming like Dame time.
Yeah, he was like Dame time.
But that's just him. Like, he's gonna troll. So then afterwards, that they're asking him like, "Yo, like, what'd you think of Patrick Beverley like making fun of you and like ridiculing you?"
Yeah.
So then he was like, and I thought this was a great response. He was like, yo, I beat both those guys, knocked them both out of the playoffs, especially last year to Paul George, where he iced that 3. So that's just respect because they know what I can do. And I was like, that's a really great answer. That's like,
it is respect. Yeah, it is. It's respectable competition there. But Paul George needs to keep his mouth shut, bro.
Now here's where Paul George made it interesting. Because Paul George was like, I forgot the first thing he said. He said,
oh, and you're gonna get knocked out too. Respect.
Yeah, he said something like that. But then Dame came back and was like, "Oh, you be switching teams a lot.
Yeah,
you guys are some chumps."
Yeah.
And then Paul George came back and was like, "I've been injured. I've had like 6 injuries, and like trying to make us feel sorry for him." And then And then Damian Lillard came back with a rap bar. It was like something about every time I hit the floor, I
Bounce back like a round ball.
yeah, something like that. So it was. I think it sounded like it was from like some other person's lyrics, to be honest. But now I'm like, I hope they play each other in the playoffs now. Now I hope the Blazers make it in the 8th seed now.
Yeah, but they're not going to play the Clippers in the playoffs at all. Because even if they make it to the first round, unless they beat the Lakers, that's the only way they play the Clippers.
Yeah, they ain't beating the Lakers.
They could be. Hey, Lakers are trash, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro. Like the Lakers, you can't. My thing with the Lakers, you can't be consistent, and you can't be confident in saying, "Oh, the Lakers are going to win in 7 games." I don't know. I can't say they're going to win in 7 games, especially against the Blazers. Like, who's going to guard the backcourt? Who's going to guard Lillard? Who's going to guard C.J. McCollum? Nobody.
Speaking of, yeah, you're right. Lakers are going to be the Lakers. Even when we had Kobe, it was always like, like.
But at least when we had Kobe, we were like, at least we know there's someone there who's going to be like at the end, like he's not going to let the game go. Now it's like, well, we don't know. What's LeBron going to do today? Is he just going to give up in the first half and be like, you know what? We'll wait till the next. Like, you don't know.
They've been the Lakers to me, to be honest. I'm like, this is kind of what we do.
Yeah. They got the first seed, which is, again, it's like, how do the Lakers have the first seed, bro? And you watch them play, you're like, I don't know, man. I like the Lakers. I'm rooting for them, but it's like you watch them, and it's like, how are these guys first seed? Like, LeBron's really that good, or what is it? Like, LeBron can't be that good, is it? Is he?
Listen,
I don't know.
There's been times where, like, I think LeBron James wasn't the first seed in Cleveland, but you can tell, like, they knew what they were gonna do when they got the
but that was different. Though.
They knew they needed that home court advantage.
Yeah,
they were gunning for it. But
which sucks because it doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah, no, that's basketball though. I thought it was funny. You brought up this concept here, or this topic. So J. Cole is coming out with basketball shoes now.
Yeah, signed with Puma a couple years ago.
So I never heard about that. I heard about that recently when he was like, I want to play in the NBA. I'm like,
yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see if that happens.
Bro, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
He hooped in college. He's a hooper.
He hasn't even been in the celebrity game.
He was in the celebrity game with Kevin Hart, I believe.
I don't remember. I remember he was at the he performed one year, like recently.
Yeah, he performed at the Charlotte one.
But like Kevin Hart has won that like celebrity game like a lot of times and stuff. Like
J. Cole can hoop.
First of all, again, I thought this was great marketing on J. Cole's part. He comes out and he's like, yo, I'm thinking about joining the NBA. We all kind of know, like, this dude's not – there's no way he's going to do that. But then he also drops a shoe. So you build up the controversy. You build up the sort of the conversation. And then you have a product to push all that attention to.
Remember Master P was in the NBA?
What?
Master P? You don't remember when he was on the Raptors?
No. What was that? No.
Master P. Oh, Justin.
What was that? I've never seen a jersey or anything.
Google it, man. Master P on the Raptors. Yeah. That's why if you watch the commercial, the J. Cole, the shoe commercial, that's why Master P's in the narrating the commercial. Because J. Cole's trying to do the same thing, like on the NBA.
Hold on, maybe I could share this.
Yeah, man, Master P. Check him out. Raptors jersey, throwback.
Was Master P, was he a basketball player first? Or how did this happen?
No, he was a rapper first. And then he wanted to go and play basketball. So he went and played basketball. Wow. I think he hooped in like high school or college or whatever. But, you know.
Dude, I stand corrected. I did not know this dude had played basketball. I mean, it is the Raptors, and then like 90s rappers too. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he was playing for like the Lakers or anything, but it's not like he was even playing for a U.S. NBA team either. So
it don't matter. He was in the NBA. He was in the National Basketball Association.
fair enough.
He was getting a National Basketball Association paycheck.
Wow. Yeah, fair enough, dude. That is pretty cool. Yeah, fair enough. So I guess J. Cole does have a good argument then to be in there. Here is my thing though. I saw these shoes come out. And this is StockX. And I'm like, here's my problem. Some of these other shoes that are not even real, like, these ones look a little bit better than the actual, like, J. Cole shoe. And then we have this version, too.
Those look cool.
Worn by your boy Kuzma.
Kuzma's a Puma athlete. Pumas are cool, but I'm not a big fan of the basketball shoe. Like, you're not gonna see me on the basketball court wearing Pumas. I got a new pair of Pumas, the ones you saw recently when we were at Tosses that last time. But those are like, just to go out. I wouldn't wear Puma basketball shoes though. They don't really have any that I see that's like, they're more like a new look. Something you can wear out on the streets.
Yeah, they're more like streetwear.
Yeah, they're not really basketball shoe. And when you want to wear a basketball shoe, you know where to go to. Nike, Adidas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I just thought it was interesting. So I think J. Cole, even on his part too, he's doing some excellent marketing with his shoes, dropping the line. So I guess he may be serious then. So I'll be interesting to see what he does if he can get into the league and what team he even goes to. What team do you think he picks him up, gives him a shot?
It's got to be one of those low teams like the Knicks or something. Someone just trying to get like some tickets.
I can see the Knicks.
And someone, I mean, Charlotte. He's from Carolina.
Michael Jordan, okay, as an owner, maybe. Jumpman.
It would make sense for him to go to Charlotte, which would look good. Charlotte sucks, but they're not a bad, squad. Devontae Graham's out there balling. Mikal Bridges is actually really good too. And Kemba just left, so they need a new superstar face. J. Cole come over there, be that point guard. You don't know. Plus they got what's his name? Dude from Boston. I don't know if he's still gonna be there anymore, but dude from Boston's over there too. But I don't know. I'd say Charlotte.
Terry Rozier,
yeah.
It'll be interesting to see just like a basketball player do something in the NBA. That'd be really cool. I think Tausifur is in now. Let's see if we can get him in.
You always got something.
I know. It's funny, like the two black guys are on time. It's the only show where that happens, huh?
Oh man, I don't even know who this is.
What up?
Dude, what are you wearing?
It's my post game look. Just got out of work.
Yeah, it looks like a Grizzlies jersey.
Oh, you talking about this? Man, gotta show my boy. This my guy, man. It's my guy.
Hey, it's nice to see everybody joining the team.
Calling it right now. Future Hall of Famer. Probably gonna be MVP in a couple years. Yeah, I've been saying it since day one. The real rookie of the year. So,
I don't know about all that.
It's
nice to see you making the smart choice, though.
I mean, I've been talking about it. I'm the pioneer of the Morant movement, but you kind of caught on, so that's cool too. Okay. Justice, I don't know where you lie, but people will know. They'll know.
Dude, I've been on John Morant.
Okay. Here we go.
Bruh.
It's all good. Hey, shout out John Moran, man. Look at the fans I'm bringing your way, bro.
Okay.
I'm gonna want that signed jersey though. What's Steven Jackson do on the show? Asking for shoes all the time. Hey, I'm asking for all jerseys, signed jerseys.
Oh man, yeah. Hopefully they're making some noise now, so hopefully they keep it going. Did you hear about Jake Paul? The Jake Paul stuff going on in the news this week?
Yeah, I actually had that for this week. My thing was, so he's been throwing parties at his house in Calabasas, I believe, somewhere out in LA.
Yeah.
And obviously, with Corona going on, neighbors are complaining, saying, "Yo, he's having parties. All these people come into the home, and there's no social distancing." Jake Paul's like, "Okay, doesn't stop." The mayor gets into it. Hey, Jake Paul, can you stop having parties? No, he continues to throw parties. So actually, a couple days ago, they had, was it a SWAT team or someone come over and raid his house? The cops raided his house.
Or FBI.
And I was like, oh, where are you raiding? Nigga, it's because you're throwing parties. Like, that's what the cops do. That's what the cops do to black people. Like, we already know what's up. So here's a white guy like, oh, what's this? Why are cops? It's because you're doing stuff that the America's like, what's going on over here? This is what happens. This is how black people get treated, okay? When you start doing stuff and people are like, I don't know what's going on there. Let's go check it out. Let's go raid his whole home.
Dude, especially when you're trying to act black. Some of these niggas like trying to literally act like they're like not even about the culture, but like literally from the culture. Like people like Bad Baby or whatever her name is. And I'm like, dude, you if you're gonna be about that life, like this is a part of it too. This is how we get treated as well. I think the thing about him was that now, again, and we're not gonna go into the specifics. Honestly, if you're a person watching this podcast, like this is not where you come for like accurate, like fact checking and stuff like that. However, I did hear that him and his friend were associated with or somehow involved in like a lot of the looting that was kind of going on in different places. And apparently cops were called to his house maybe for a party, and they kind of walked in. They saw like a lot of big guns, like machine guns and stuff like that kind of lying around. And then you see in the news, cops or FBI is literally carrying these guns out of his house. And there was another thing about like he's still throwing parties in California. They recently passed a law, or they're threatening that if you're throwing like a really big party, they'll cut off your water and they'll cut off your power. And apparently this guy is like still gonna party. Here's where it gets interesting, is that he's having a boxing match against Nate Robinson, the former NBA.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
So that's where it gets that's where it gets interesting, because now that same thing we talked about with Tekashi 6ix9ine, when you have a product to sell, it makes sense for you to create drama and attention, because it just so happens that attention normally funnels over into your product and you make a lot more money. So he's been in the news a lot. The problem I have with him, he's been in the news a lot for actual like dangerous stuff. Like this isn't like WWE made up drama and shit. This is like real life problems.
But he's a YouTuber. That's what they do. They create content. They create drama in real life.
Okay. Remember this.
They get married and then divorced.
Hold on. His brother got in trouble for posting a dead body, like a suicide or something. He almost got canceled for that. His brother almost got canceled for that. So for him to like be posting, he's not even really posting. This is real news. This is like a real like police investigation and stuff. That's where I'm like, dude, you're playing yourself a little bit, because now you could lose the drama. That the heat is so hot that you could lose out on your big boxing match. You can lose out on your big payday, because this issue is so big that, you just may not recover from this. You actually may get yourself in a position where you can't even do the boxing match anymore because you're arrested, or because you're under house arrest, because you're under investigation. And I forget the company that puts that on.
How hot is it?
Oh,
I'm saying, would the police take guns out of your house when you're literally are like under investigation for denying the state of California's rules and regulations? You may not be able to have a fighting license to do a boxing event in the state of California. Therefore, you can't make money now. And that's where we say, hey, man, claim yourself. Just like his brother.
Yeah, but he's gonna make his money regardless. Honestly, he's just one of those. He's just one of those people in the white community that's just gonna. He's a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber. He's gonna make his money like until he does something. The only thing that takes these type of people down is if they like either sexually assault someone, or do something the white people are like, okay, come on, man, that's too much.
Yeah,
the last YouTuber that got canceled, what did it take for him to get canceled? Him looking at a picture of Willow Smith, making comments like that's what it took. And the white people only didn't like it because it was a black girl. It was an underage black girl. If it was an underage white girl, white people would have been like, I've said that to my before.
He would have been done. Cool. It's a tough one, dude. I think sometimes these YouTubers, like, you're always like you're looking for things that are gonna get a reaction. So you're always trying to like top the net. Like he did a fake wedding, I think, a year ago or 2 years ago or something.
Exactly. Like
he's always trying to look for the next thing to. The problem is if you actually don't understand marketing, you don't know like what's a good idea, what's a bad idea. You're just doing something crazy to get attention. You actually like formulate a real strategy and say, hey, this is what I'm gonna do, and here's how it's gonna work. This doesn't seem planned. It doesn't seem calculated. It doesn't seem strategic at all. It just seems kind of like random and stupid. So we'll see what happens with him, but he definitely played himself, especially if he loses the fight.
Oh, you thought Logan Paul was it? Which one is this one, man? Is it Logan?
Jake is the one who was throwing the parties and all that.
Man, when you think about that dude, you really thought he was gonna be a very calculative person from his track record? I mean, why are we surprised?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, in general, like, it's not a smart move. I'm surprised because he has a big fight where he's supposed to make a lot of money. I know there's all this, you always want to hype up the fight, but this is not boxing promotion. This is like, you actually got in trouble with the federal government.
It might have been a boxing promotion. It's like you said, he was trying to attract attention.
Nah, dude, you don't.
Could have been. He just went too overboard. You know how it is, man. There's a lot of white people that go overboard sometimes, you know?
The smart move is sometimes when you get in trouble, like Tekashi 6ix9ine, you double down. You don't, like, back off. Like, you double down on, no, this is who I am. I'm going to keep being myself. I'm going to keep doing. And then so your fans are like, oh, yeah, he's doing his thing. But in this case, I just don't see the monetary incentive to go this route. But, yeah, another thing that was interesting, too, was I'm not sure if you heard about this one, CJ. The state of California is talking about banning racist 911 calls. So normally, like when someone calls 911, they're like, "Oh, I see a mysterious black person. I've never seen him in our neighborhood before. He looks like he's loitering, potentially gonna like break into someone's house. Can we get someone down here? It looks really suspicious." Those types of calls are apparently going to be illegal now in the state of California. So although California is making a lot of like very critical laws in terms of like COVID-19 and what you can do with that situation, this one is one that I'm like, okay, why wasn't this should have been a law 20 years ago, or maybe like farther than that, but that's one I can get behind. So if I had to choose an MVP of the week, that's definitely what I'm kind of gunning for right now, taking the cake.
You said for MVP of the week?
MVP of the week, yeah. State of California banning racist 911 calls.
But how? I mean, yeah, I can understand like the problem with it, but sometimes we have to give people the ability to express themselves. We can't take that away. Now, I understand sometimes people don't know how to express themselves. sometimes they lack the vocabulary. They don't have enough in their repertoire to really, express themselves to you in a way that you can understand and that's respectable and non-offensive. But if some people need to say, hey, it's a suspicious black guy looking like, let them say it. I don't have an issue with someone saying it, because if that's how they have to express themselves to explain what's going on, you have to. You feel you're in danger, it's fight or flight. You don't have time to think about, oh, I'm going to offend him if I say. You got to say what you see. You got to explain what you see, right? The issue is once the police come and they find somebody and that guy saying, excuse me, what's going on, officer? Oh, we got a call about a suspicious black guy. Well, it wasn't me. Oh, yeah, well, turn around, blah. And they started going to get, that's the issue there. It's not about the person who called and said, yo, it's about the cop who came and then just assumed it's any black guy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I get what you're saying, but the problem I have with what you're saying is every time a nigga gets killed, a black person gets killed, it's because of one of those calls more often than not. Like with the George Floyd.
Yeah, but it's because of the officers coming down. Like I think I recently, and I forgot who was actually telling me the story. They said I think and it wasn't even a black guy. I think it was like an Indian guy or something. They were saying, some lady called about some Indian guy or some old guy who was walking down the street, suspicious, and they said it was a black guy because he was of darker skin. Cops came, questioned him, but I guess he didn't speak English. So he was kind of like walking away. The cop like kind of pushed him or slammed him against the floor or something. The guy died. Like that's the stuff that happens.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about though. Like,
but it's not because of
if the lady had called the cops and they say something like, yeah, like they don't say that he's black. Like, right, they don't put that connotation on it. They just say like, hey, I just see a guy, blah, blah, blah. He's walking in the park. I don't know, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but they're going to ask.
The cops may respond differently. They may respond differently. When you say like, hey, I see a big black guy. He looks scary, menacing, blah, blah, blah. Like, the person who's receiving that, maybe they process it differently. Like, I don't know. Like that could, we don't know. All I'm saying is we don't know.
Yeah, you have to describe, the person on the other line has to describe what they're seeing. They're in they're calling 911 because they feel they're in danger.
Yeah, but
they have to.
What's the difference between? Why does it matter? Why does it matter if you say the person's black or not?
The cop, when the cop arrives, he has to know what he's looking for.
Fair enough.
He's not just gonna be like, okay. I mean, people. At the end of the day, people will say, "There's no black and white. We're all equal." But at the end of the day, niggas is black and niggas is white. Like,
okay, yeah,
that's how you describe
that part. I get that part, but you could also say like he's wearing a hat. He's probably like 250 pounds. He's probably like 6 feet.
Yeah, but again, you're in danger. You have to explain what is going on. If someone's, and I can understand. That's where if someone's scared, cool. You know, when people are pushed into that corner, they're reacting differently than they should. But if they're just trying to describe something, no harm, no foul. The issue is when the cops come, why is it that once you hear, African American, okay, you get warned? Like, that's the issue.
Fair enough. I agree with you on that, but I'm just happy that something's happening. Because out of all the George Floyd situation, Black Lives Matter, nothing real tangible can we say like, okay, this is what came of it. Here's what we got out of it. That's actual value to prevent this from happening again. This is one of the only things I see where it's like, okay, that's not really the problem per se, but that's a step in the right direction.
We'll see how it works. I mean, it just kind of, I don't know. Like I said, it's just one of those things where you appreciate the gesture, but it's like,
how funny would it be though? How funny would it be though if imagine like an old white lady named Karen is trying to like describe
that's what I'm saying,
like breaking into a house, but she can't say that he's black. It's like, well, he's wearing like Rockaware jeans, and he's got some Fat Farms on, and he's probably wearing a white beater. He's got like maybe a 20-inch fake chain. It's like, ma'am, you have to be more descriptive than that. It's like, He's got a really good lead. He's got some Jordans.
Hey, you being a little overtly racist right now with that Rockaware comment, okay? I think that's a little outdated right there, man. It's not 2004 anymore.
Nah, I think that's appropriate, dude.
Who's wearing Rockaware?
Who else wore Rockaware?
Wiggers?
First of all, I don't like that term. Don't like this. Just call them what they are, all right, dude?
There's white people that wear Rockaware?
Nah. I don't remember.
They live in Detroit.
8 Mile?
Nah, they wear Sean
some
John.
people are riding that culture, man. That's all I gotta say.
They wear Sean John at FUBU.
Is that still a thing?
They don't wear no FUBU.
Hey, I still got my. Hey, man, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the wintertime, bro. I got a FUBU
jacket. That wintertime grind?
I'm waiting for the wintertime. I got a FUBU jacket.
Bro, put that back in the lawsuit. Take that back to the Goodwill where you found it. All right.
For us, by us.
Boy,
for
here.
us, by us.
Bro, are you Macklemore?
What are you talking about, man? He didn't get it from Goodwill, bro. His Nigerian uncle gave it to him from Lagos.
CJ.
He thought it was still hip. Came in like,
I found this in the Salvation Army. We got these at the church for you.
Bringing it back.
Like big brands, right? Here is
Couple months.
Something you never wore in high school. Here is
That's the one I wore in high school. That's a FUBU jacket, man.
CJ, I saw your music video the other day. I really like the style you were rocking. I heard it was your birthday the other day. I went ahead and sent you a package. Did you get it? Let me see you wear the jacket. Is that how your uncles sound sometimes?
Not at all.
No?
Not at all.
I heard one of your uncles sound like that on one of my Snapchats. There was that remember when you guys used to have those parties at the park?
Oh, the picnics. Yeah.
You guys still do that?
Yeah, we had one last year, yeah.
Oh, damn, man. No invite, bro.
Man, we told you. All y'all was
you ain't about that life, bro. You ain't about that.
Who, me?
Yeah,
you talking to me or you talking to CJ?
You.
Coming from you.
You ain't about
Coming
that, bro.
From you.
You ain't about that life, bro. You're not even full Bengali, bro. Get out of here.
Hey, man, check this out. Let me tell you something, bro.
Bro, you from Bollywood right now? Are you Salman Khan right now, bro? Are you Salman Khan right now?
I'm from a place
Didn't think I knew.
I'm from a place that you can't identify with, all right? It's called the real. The real world.
Up, bro?
See, I wear my glasses when I look at you because I've had incidents where people will look me in the eye and sometimes they'll see glimpses of real shit because I see some real shit you can't handle. So that's why I wear these for the mass majority of people. You know, have you ever seen somebody get taken out of a CNG car before? Get beaten up?
I mean,
and then they take his food rations and then mob his house and then disrespect his mother. Have you seen that shit before?
I mean, your mama's told me a lot, so I get all my news from her.
Hey, man, I want off this podcast, man. I don't take that type of... You lucky we're not live right now, man. You lucky I'm not there over there right now, man. You're never going to say that to my face.
Oh, man. Pull up, bro. You know where I live. Pull up.
Oh, man. Hey,
and
somebody called the police and described this man, so they sent out the SWAT team. Because, hey, just to bring it back to the subject matter here, and also I was about to get concerned when CJ was talking, when he said people have the right to express themselves. And I'm like, okay, where's this going? Because, you know, if there's one black person that approves of, like, a certain word that we're not going to say, then there's a fringe group that starts to ride that momentum. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to allude to it any longer. But he said the right thing. But also, it's a slippery slope. Because somebody said, was it you, Justice, that said, what's the difference between the description of somebody's race or not?
Mm-hmm.
Is Is that what you said?
Well, I said they don't have to describe the race. Like, you can describe somebody and say, like, hey, like, this is what the person kind of looks like or whatever, without saying, like, oh, he's black.
Yeah. So somewhere in that conversation, I heard the question, what's the difference of, if they're black or white? Well, the difference is this: because of police culture, if they hear black male, SWAT team is getting sent out. They're sending out the SWAT team. If they hear white male, more than likely, statistically speaking, they're going to send one unit and see if they can passively handle the situation.
They're going to send an ice cream truck. Make sure the guy, see if the dude wants an ice cream or not.
It depends on the place, man. If we're talking Baltimore, that's a different, that's a war zone.
To chill. It'll turn into a Pepsi commercial. Everything's better with Pepsi, guys, and everyone just makes up and just laughs. Oh man, it really do be like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, if they're ambiguous with it, there's no extra context. Like, oh, they're black people. Oh, hey, everybody, we need our top officers, and they're rushing down there. They're just like, okay, let's.
That's what I'm saying. There's a way to make it like, he's African American. Now you can tell the difference. It sounds like, he looks African American, or he has dark skin. He's blah blah. But if someone's just like, oh, he's black. He looks this. And you can tell the difference. Like those old ladies.
The difference is like
they'll get in detail.
Hold on. Most of these calls, though, the black people aren't doing anything suspicious. They're just in an area where the white people didn't expect them to be.
Yeah.
And then the white people start freaking out. But the problem is, if it was a white person instead of a black person in that same situation,
it wouldn't be saying anything.
That's what happened. Yeah. So.
Well, yeah. Right off the top, when someone's calling into the police, like the biggest indicator should be like the reason for calling.
Yeah.
If someone's calling for loitering, if you're calling the police because you're concerned of somebody's loitering, the investigation should turn more to the person calling the police.
How do you know they're loitering?
Yeah, you know what? I actually agree with Toss on that. Like, there should almost be like a boy who cried wolf law in place, where it's like, okay, we come down there and it's actually nothing, then you get in trouble. So the person calling for the police literally has to, like, okay, dude, if you come and this is not that big of a deal, you now owe us money, or like you're in trouble. Yeah. Some kind of consequence happens.
They should do that over the phone. They should tell them over the phone. Once they hear the reason for it, they should be like, all right, okay, so this is what you're telling me. Now, you sure that's what you see? Then they give the old white lady a chance. Old white lady hears that, she's like, and old white ladies, more than likely, they're egotistical. They're gonna, they're the type of women that's just like, I'm gonna stick to it. I don't care. And they'll be like, yeah, but they know they're making a mistake. And then the cops are just like, okay, we're sending a unit out there, but the way you described it, we dealt with a lot of incidents. That wasn't the case, and you guys got out scot-free. But this time, if it's just a black guy just chilling out, then you've been warned.
It shouldn't be. It's sad, but it shouldn't be like that, because in a real situation, no one has time to have the option, oh, do you want to confirm your submission for a report? Like, if someone's calling 911, it's, yo, something's happening. It's not, are you sure?
Okay, no. But the thing is, the context has to be taken into consideration. Now, if you're talking about a different situation where there's a home invasion or some shit like that, then yeah, you call, you say whatever you got to say. The person on the other side of the phone can hear shit going on.
Okay, you guys.
But if it's somebody that's calling in for loitering, then it's like, okay, let me find out more. Let me see what's going on. If this lady's got the time to be in a safe place and tell me all this shit, I can get some more information.
You guys want to know what would solve all this without really like having to do a bunch of police reform? Just make what the person is called, whoever answers the police phone, make that person black.
They're not going to do that.
Therefore, when the call's being made, like, oh my God, the black guy, I've never seen him before in the neighborhood. You send somebody's like, excuse me, miss, I'm gonna need you to be a little bit more specific on that. What is he actually doing that is causing you so much harm and complications right now? So there,
like,
so now,
what kind of car does he drive?
Huh? See, yeah, exactly. So now you got to convince Lakeisha to then.
It shouldn't have to be like that though. See, that's it's hard to really talk about this shit because, especially just the type of person I am, like I'm really unbiased. So I'm usually gonna do shit the way it's supposed to be done, not because I like this way or because it works better for me. If I'm working in a universal situation, I'm gonna work so that way everything goes together, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we have, let's change this by doing like certain stuff like that. It's like now we're just tainting. How are you gonna just have a black person? That doesn't fix the situation at all. Now you have you have people, you know.
You see where I'm going though. You see where I'm going with it though, like.
Yeah, but it's just like now people have to think of different solutions. But that, like what you said, that's one of the solutions people would come up with. Like that's a valid solution too. It's not like that's some bullshit solution. Like that's a valid solution to give. But it's like that's not something that's ideal. And it's like, well, it sucks that we're at that point now. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, fair enough. I think I got one more here. Do you have like an MVP of the week or another topic that you want to hit real fast before we end
MVP, I had a couple MVPs, but I'm gonna take it into the Patreon. It has to do with the whole Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. I haven't
on the Patreon. Okay, CJ's got some smoke on this one.
Yeah, so just to give you guys a preview, I'm giving my MVP of the week. It was hard. It was between The Rock and then Megan and Cardi B. The Rock buys XFL. But the reason I give it to Megan and Cardi B is because it's kind of a double. It's a double feature here. It's MVP, but then there's also some stuff I got to get into. Ladies, I'm very ashamed. I'm very ashamed and disappointed in y'all.
What?
The video comes out. The video comes out. Instead of, and I'm watching the video, I see Cardi B. Shout out Cardi B, beautiful woman, beautiful African American woman. I see Megan Thee Stallion. Shout out Megan Thee Stallion. I give her most MVP because of what she was going through with the whole shooting incident in the foot, her staying quiet. A lot of these girls out here, they be on Twitter and Instagram going crazy. But she staying quiet, doing her thing, comes out with a video, slaying all these other girls out here, doing her thing. On Instagram saying, you know what happened, it affected me, but I'm strong. I'm out here getting this money. I'm not gonna stay sad. There's money to be made. And she's doing her thing. So I give her MVP for that. Now, women, why are you guys hating? I'm watching the video. All these beautiful women pop up in the video. Shout out Normani from Fifth Harmony, another beautiful black woman. And they're hating on Kylie Jenner because she pulls up in the video. Looking beautiful. A beautiful woman. Kylie Jenner. Shout out Kylie Jenner. A beautiful woman.
She paid for it, so.
What are you upset about? What's the main thing that upsets you?
Yeah.
These women are now making a petition to get Kylie Jenner out of the video. What? Why?
Which women?
This is a video uplifting women, showing how sexy you guys are and how you guys get back.
Who were these prominent women that were getting outraged?
But you got over 50, was it 50,000 or 50 whatever signs on a petition to remove Kylie Jenner from a video because she uses black culture to lift the Kardashian name up. They even said even if it's unintentional, the damage is done. How are you gonna blame somebody for doing them?
If you're gonna blame somebody, blame Ray J.
There's no one to blame. Like, they're always just looking for something. She appears in a video. She's the only non-black person in the video. She's the only non-black person in the video. Are you guys mad because you're now saying?
Okay, hold on. Was the video about? Was it video about?
No. The video
just a video with a lot of ass, a lot of shaking.
Yes, just about girls going off.
The video just happened to have a lot of, I guess, relevant black.
Yeah,
it had a lot of visual art.
It had a lot of cameos. Yeah, it had cameos. Girls, in their outfits, element. Looking sexy. That's it. And they got Kylie Jenner. They're coming at Kylie Jenner. Y'all should just check out the Patreon. I'll go more further into that.
How many of those women that are angry about it are the same women that are just mad because they have that mentality that all these white women are taking our men?
Honestly, we'll save it for the Patreon.
Yeah, man, because I'm about to go in.
Yo, I'll end it on this. So I'll end it on this last topic, though. I just want to say, one of my, not really my MVP of the week, but he was definitely an honorable mention, definitely up there. My boy, future Hall of Famer, Carmelo Anthony of the Portland Trailblazers, because, and this is something that is just unfortunate, but most of you guys probably listening probably have a normal job. There's not a lot of like freelance entrepreneurs out there. So when you're working a normal job, you're always looked at from a what have you done for me lately sort of perspective from the company, right? Like the company really just wants you to play your position and then you're done. Carmelo Anthony, he was balling out at one point. He was doing his thing and he was that dude for a long time. And then it's not like he just couldn't play anymore, but for some reason he couldn't really adapt and fit into the system. When you're that dude, when you're that guy who's closing sales, when you're that guy who's going to put all the good ideas, when you're that guy who's contributing like directly to the company's bottom line, to be honest, you're special. There's special rules for you. You can kind of get away with whatever you want until a new manager comes in, until you get a new supervisor, until you get a new boss, until you get a new president of the company. Company starts going in a different direction. There's a different system that they're operating with now. And you don't adjust. That happens. You see the infrastructure change. You're like, I'm still that dude. And you realize, hey, it don't matter. This new system, you're not. So Carmelo Anthony, he finally wised up. He finally learned, hey, if I want to keep my career going, I got to learn how to play this game. I got to adapt to this new system. And then, I can keep getting these paychecks. So he finally did that, hit a game-winning shot. It looks like, he's giving his team some buzz, getting some lift, and they're probably going to be back in the playoffs now. So it's not easy for a person who's at that top level, who's used to kind of doing things his own way, to change. But when you can and when you do it the right way, you reap the rewards of that. So shout out to him, man. I was happy to see him back in the good graces of the fans and sports community. And kind of see him going out on top and not just kind of just wallowing away.
I got an MVP that would probably top that though. Shout out to my boy TJ Warren.
Okay.
I don't expect everybody to know that name, but this is a man that got traded for cash considerations. And as far as motivation goes, what Justice was talking about with Carmelo, that was he just had to humble himself. That's all he had to do. A lot of star players, they come across that point where it's like they were the shit in previous situations, but they don't realize that they're 38, 37. Yeah, you coming off the bench, bro. Like, what did you think was going to happen? But it is what it is. You go through your thing, and then, this is just Carmelo's whole journey and shit like that. But TJ Warren, yo, you got traded for cash. They didn't even want you. They took a printer out of it too. You came in here and you dropped. How much did you drop? 53? 53, right?
On the first night, yeah.
and then he dropped another. And why does this dude look like Why does this dude look like what's it called? Like the pre-evolution of Kawhi. You know, if like Kawhi was like a Pokemon, like he's like the second version of it. And he came in there and he looked like either like he was close to like an evolution stone or he was leveling up.
Yo, did you notice the name on the back of his jersey though? I didn't see him doing all that stuff with a Warren on the back of his jersey.
Oh, his name is at the bottom.
He put that Just Ice on there.
Was on the top of the jersey.
He put that Just Ice on there, and all of a sudden, this dude is a superstar.
Go get that jersey,
so cold.
So are you taking credit for Warren's accomplishment? Is that what you're doing, Justin?
Successful by association. I'm just saying.
Yep, that's true.
And here's another thing too about TJ Warren. I feel like the Pacers are just a team where like it's very easy to be a star in the Pacers. It's very easy to, like,
what are you talking about, bro?
No, because look, the Pacers, like, they're a team almost every 2 years they have a new guy. There's like a new like guy who's like in like leading the team. CJ,
okay, who was the guy before Paul George?
Okay, Oladipo,
Danny Granger.
They had Danny Granger.
They had Danny Granger, and then they had Paul George.
Yes.
Oh, man, you can't count on
Now they have Oladipo. Before Oladipo was Miles Turner. He was a rookie. He was supposed to be the next thing after Paul George.
Yeah, the Pacers. Like, if I was in the NBA and I wanted to be a star kind of fast, I'd probably go to the Pacers.
No, dude. The Pacers are like the Nuggets, man. Not anybody is like a – there's nobody on that team that's like an outlier. You get what I'm saying? It could be any dude any night.
The Pacers are not the equivalent to did you say Denver?
Yeah, you said Denver.
No, the Pacers are more like the Trailblazers. They make it to the playoffs.
Spurs.
Nah, the Pacers are like the Trailblazers in the East. They make it to the playoffs every season. They're kind of just there. Sometimes they'll make it to the first round. Sometimes they'll make it to the second round. They only always get beat by the best team. The Pacers always got beat by the Cavs when LeBron was there. Like, it wasn't like they were getting beat by these weak teams. Same thing with the Nuggets.
I don't think Indiana's ever gotten swept, though.
No.
So,
well,
I would give them a little bit more credit.
No, but the West is harder, though.
Yeah.
The West is harder.
I'll say they're like the Jazz.
No.
I'd say more like the Trailblazers, but
because the thing I like about the Pacers is that they always have an emerging star. It's like it's been very rare that they don't have a name that most people kind of know.
But that's why they always go to the playoffs every year.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, dude, like, because TJ Warren popped out of nowhere. Even Paul George, when he popped up, he popped out of nowhere too. Like these guys, or they kind of like build their stars in a sense, but they build them very quickly. Like you never see them in a.
TJ Warren's been cool. I'm not surprised.
Never heard of him before the other day.
I'm surprised that he's putting up those points, but that's because he's the only guy like other than Oladipo. But he's slow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to be that dude, you need to be on a team.
Miles Turner isn't even playing, right?
He did play.
Did he play, Miles Turner?
Yeah.
Okay, I know he got injured. I don't know if he came back, but
yeah,
like TJ Warren when he was on the Suns, you didn't hear about him.
I mean,
but now that he's
be a star player, that's what I'm saying.
You're not gonna hear anybody from the Suns unless your name is Devin Booker.
To be a star
player, even then, you're not gonna hear that.
We got dudes on the Suns who are making noise before.
Now,
Kelly Oubre.
To be a star player, you need like the space to become a star. Like you need to be in a system that's gonna allow you to do that.
Well, yeah, but then you think some big team's gonna pick him up next season and he's gonna play along another star?
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Hey man, get your money, man. That's what the league. That's what the league is about.
He'll pull a Nicholas Batum. He'll pull a Nicholas Batum. Fool the team into signing you for a big contract and just go over there and do nothing. Just sit on the bench.
Well, the thing about TJ Warren is that he's already been on some like bigger teams before, so he probably will just like the fact that he's appreciated and just stay for money. Like,
He's never been on a big team.
Just the Suns, I think.
That's it. That's not a big team, but this has definitely been the most opportunity he's been given. And hey, man, we'll see where it goes. You know, if I was him and I knew as an NBA player I only have like an average of like a 4 to 5 year window in the league, if I'm not like a superstar or something like that, I'm getting as much money as I can. I will play for a contract. You traded me for cash considerations and possibly a printer? Yo, I'm going to show you what's up.
Yeah.
And then when somebody offers me that multi-year contract, I'm taking it. Now, whatever happens after that, it is what it is. Am I going to take that money and, you know, do some stuff that I couldn't do before? Possibly. Personally, if I was a player, I wouldn't do that. You know, I would reinvest my money into the community and shit. You know, that's just the type of person that I am. But yeah, you know, if you're an athlete, any type of professional athlete, especially like an NFL player, you don't have a long window. So you can't be getting mad at people for doing it for the money, quote unquote. That's all I'm saying.
All right, fair enough. That'll do it for this episode. As we
Really?
said before, huh? What's up?
That's it?
Yeah.
Well, you came late, dog. So
Yeah, bro.
it feels shorter for you.
For some reason, the black people were on time. So.
Oh, I know the reason why. Yeah, because yeah, I know the reason why.
Actually, me and CJ are not even really black. We're Nigerian, so that's probably why we were on time.
Right.
Nah, Nigerians are worse, bro.
My bad. You know, my bad. I'm out here, you know, hustling. You know what I'm saying?
None of the Nigerian guy has a degree.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, there's some paper I had to scoop up. Drop a little bit more. I had to scoop that up too. You know, I had to flip one here.
Toilet paper, bro.
Yeah, it texted you ahead of time this time too, right? Texted you hours before and said, "Hey, yo."
I know you're not talking about
hey,
this.
Yo,
I know you're not talking about this. So
no.
Hold
on. Hey, yo, and I texted you. Hey, you know what, man? This is a little behind the scenes. And I texted you and I said, "Yo, can we push it to 9:30? Just 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes." Hey, but check this out though. I said it ahead of time. Now, you guys know my line of work. Sometimes somebody brings me up and they want to get a system. What am I going to say? Am I going to say no? I care about this podcast. You know, I'm not trying to disrespect nobody.
Hey, yo, I'm going to keep it a buck with you.
Go ahead. That's all I ask.
Bro, I'm going to keep it a buck with you.
That's all I ask. Keep it a buck.
You ain't the star of this show, bro.
Oh, dude, I'm not. I never said I was.
So
that might be an interpretation from you. I don't know why that is, you know.
So like I got a call. I'm like, yo, Smush Parker is gonna be late for the game today.
Okay, so now you're throwing shade. I wanted to listen to you respectfully, but you just called me Smush Parker.
So
I'm not gonna take that disrespect.
The backup point guard? Nah, we good.
No.
He gets here when he gets here.
I'm gonna hear you out, and I'm gonna talk
extra
over
laps
you
and stuff,
because you called me Smush
and then
Parker.
we can throw him in.
Now I want to demand an apology.
Hey.
I was like, we got Lamar Odom. He's ready to go.
Who'd you call Lamar Odom? You called CJ Lamar Odom?
You got your boy. Ready to. I'm ready to go. I'm like, let's play. We got the start. We're ready.
Who you supposed to be? Who you supposed to be? Who are you supposed to be? Because you put labels on me and CJ. Who are you supposed to be? Just so I know.
I mean, I'm more like.
What were you gonna say, man? What were you gonna say?
Hey, say it if you
say it. Yeah, say it, man. Say it.
I mean, I definitely would.
Because if you were gonna say who I thought you were gonna say,
I'm the Kobe.
If you were really about it, you would have just said it. You wouldn't have hesitated.
I'm gonna assume the Kobe role, but in honor, I would never in honor.
Man, that is the most name type of thing.
In honor and rest in peace. You know, in honor of Kobe. You know,
this is not honorable.
I'm gonna say that, yo, I'll take the Paul Gasol role. You know, another contributor who we need on the team to close out a championship. But yeah, dude.
The only thing in common with you and Pau Gasol is the skin pigmentation. That's about it. But other than that, okay, Definitely not Pau Gasol. Not on that team. Maybe Pau Gasol on the Spurs? Yeah.
Hey, man, we're all valuable, bro. We're the Miami Heat.
Yeah, everyone plays their role. You played your position. You showed up.
The Heat, okay?
Oh, my God. Don't say things like that.
You showed up in garbage time. Yo, you showed up in garbage time.
I'm LeBron.
You got a couple minutes.
About clutch time. Then maybe we have a point.
Justice is Wade. You know, Justice is Dwayne Wade. I'm LeBron. And then toss is Chris Bosh.
Wow, bro.
The Heatles.
Yeah,
wow.
big three.
Okay.
Everyone's a big three. You don't like Chris Bosh?
No,
man, I'm about to turn on my
Toss is more like Mario Chalmers. You're more like Mario.
I mean, I gotta show him respect. It's a big three. Chalmers unless you guys want to be the Celtics. Unless you guys want to be
you know what? It's true. You know, I'm not gonna come out here and call Justice Cameron Payne or nothing like that. You know,
I'll let you have the Celtics. Toss. I'll let you have first pick.
What?
Big three. We're Celtics, right?
No, I never want to be a Celtic, man. What are you talking about?
So we're the Heat. Okay, so yeah,
we're not the Heat. We're barely getting started.
All right, we'll leave this one to be continued, and we'll figure it out on the next episode. All right, guys. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and also check out the Patreon. We got some fire. We got some smoke. Apparently, CJ's coming with some heat for the next Patreon episode, so we don't want to miss it. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.